What's up, everyone, and welcome to Ain't Nobody Squeaky Clean. This will be your latest episode. I appreciate you guys listening and keep helping me build this out. This is informational. I just want to make sure I get the information out to you guys. And like I said, I'm dabbling in this podcast thing, and let's see how far this goes. I've got a lot to say, and hopefully, a lot of you guys have a lot to learn. As mentioned, if you guys ever want to join me on a podcast, as this thing grows and I get to a point where it becomes video and we have the fancy cameras and all the visual effects behind us, I'd love for you to join me, man, and let's move this thing forward because I know a lot of great people with a lot of great information to share. So that's what this forum's going to be for. So, with that, wanted to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. Hadn't really touched on that too much earlier, but there's a lot of things to say. And now that we're almost, I think, about 5 days out from the Super Bowl, I've seen all the comments and I've, observed a lot of different things from a lot of different people. And I just wanted to have my take on it, or share my take on it, I should say. So, first thing was the controversial decision to have Bad Bunny on the Super Bowl didn't sit well with some folks. For those of you who have been living under a rock, as I say a lot, Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican artist who is number one on all streaming platforms, or at least he was in 2025. He probably still is in 26 as of now, but I don't know. Extremely popular, but his entire show was performed and is performed all in Spanish. That didn't sit well with some folks. So, a couple of people got together and had an alternative solution, which was we're going to switch it over to this channel and watch the Super Bowl that we would prefer to see. And that was comprised of, I think, mainly country artists. Again, I didn't watch it. I saw some little highlights from it, I guess, if you want to call it that. Some country artists and Kid Rock. I watched Bad Bunny and I was thrilled to death to see that. Being a black African American male, I remember when I was growing up how excited I was when I saw somebody that looked like me performing in a place that we just didn't think was possible. There were a lot of barriers that had to be broken through that essentially showed me what we were capable of. And as a child, when I saw that, it put a smile on my face. It gave me hope. Because you don't know, when you're young, you have no idea what the world's about and what it's like. But you do start to observe when you get to a certain age that, wow, I don't really see too many people that look like me that are ascending to this level. So for a Puerto Rican, Spanish speaking entertainer to headline the biggest game in the world, that had to mean a lot to people that look like him, to people that were from his background, and for the Latino community as a whole. So I was thrilled to death for them that he was able to ascend to this level. And for those of you that don't know him, he's a very positive individual. So who wouldn't want to get behind a positive force, especially in the climate that we're living in today? There's not much positivity out here right now, guys. It's 2026, and I gotta tell you, the job market is in the tank. Not many people that don't look a certain way are getting many opportunities to thrive right now. I've personally been struggling for 9 months to try to find another opportunity just so that I can continue to take care of my family. And I'm getting the door shut left and right on me, no matter how great my discussions are. So, if for 15 minutes I can sit here and watch someone who has broken through another barrier and is able to perform on the highest stage possible in front of hundreds of millions of people, and I get to see a subset of people be extremely happy and just joyous and thankful and partying alongside of him, man, sign me up each and every time. Sign me up each and every time. I want to see people thrive. I want to see people being happy. That's the lane I want to be in. Do you want to be in that lane? I don't want to be in the doom and gloom lane. I don't want to be in a lane where I'm sitting here looking and saying, ugh, I hate that. I'm going to go over here and isolate myself even further because I don't want to listen to someone who is a little bit different than I am. I mean, what does it hurt? How does it hurt someone to give up 15 minutes of their lives to maybe learn something, to maybe grow? I mean, the music was fantastic. Did I know any of the words he was saying? I knew a few. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school. I took a couple of semesters in college. So I knew a couple of the words, but I get behind the rhythm and the feeling. And again, it's all about the energy. The energy there was amazing. So I don't know. I just think right now it would be great if the masses got behind positive energy because we need it. We need to band together with as much positivity that we can muster to get through a lot of darkness that we're seeing right now. Light is always going to outshine darkness. So today, try to find some light. If you can find yourself some light, get behind it. Because I promise you, you're going to feel better and you might even empower someone else to pull themselves out of a dark spot. This is Ain't Nobody Squeaky Clean. And until next time, have a blessed day.